All right, here we are. I guess see if things are going to work here. I'm using a remote mic today, and going out here. I'm standing out by the roll-up door, and I'm standing beside Sir Dave's favorite tractor that has the cab on it and has the snow thrower on it, and she needs to get a little bit of service soon because we know that winter is coming. All right, let's check this and see if it works. So I guess the remote mic worked, so we'll continue. And today is Sunday, 28th of September, 2025, and it is time for the Sunday afternoon fireside chat, but, done in the morning without a fire, because it's not really that cold out, so we're going to have maybe a quick one today here, so but that's hard to say. I'm gonna go to my son's place this afternoon. I don't normally go with my sons on Sunday. I usually stay home on Sundays and do nothing. But then again, I do nothing through the week too, I guess. But so yeah, we're gonna try and do a little bit more work there. We did some yesterday. I'll get over here and see if you can see me, I suppose. I guess. Let's get right into here. Yeah. So, what did we do yesterday at my son's place? Well, we got the camper off of his truck, and we got it mounted onto the rolling thing that he bought to put the camper on for storage for the winter. So that worked out great. He was hoping to back it into his garage so we could store the camper in the garage, and we did get it in there, but a little bit of trouble getting it in, and not too bad. We got it in, but not quite what he was hoping. He was hoping to be able to. It's like a pop-up top on his camper. He was hoping to put that up in the garage, but I don't know if there's going to be enough room. So anyway, so we got that done yesterday. So that's not really done, but it's a start at it. And then the other thing is I serviced the. Depending on where you live, what you want to call it. I call it a saw bench. Some people call it a bench saw. Some people call it a buzz saw. Some call it a cordwood saw. Some call it a wood saw. And I'm sure there's many other names for it. Anyway, I greased her all up and the blade and greased the bearings and just kind of did a visual inspection of it. Everything seems to be good. So next year when we go to use it, I'll have to sharpen the blade. So anyway, we got that done, and we got it put away in its spot for the winter. Now it is outside. I don't have enough room to put everything inside, sadly, but it does stay outside. So, and so we got that done. So those are. Oh, and my son was working on a car there that he's got that I'm going to drive for a little bit apparently, because my truck needs a fair amount of work, and poor old truck is going to be, yeah, maybe it's last year coming up. Anyway, we'll see. I guess. Boy, I sure love that truck. It's been a great vehicle. That Ford Ranger. It's a 2005. I've had it for 14 years, and it's just rusting away. That's the trouble with living here in Prince Edward Island. But a lovely truck to drive. Works good, still works good, runs along the road fine. Yeah, it's a dandy old truck, boys. Anyway, it's rusting away. So we're going to get at the stickers here a little bit sooner than normal. So I'm not sure how far or what I'm going to do here. I'm going to kind of go through them quickly because I want to shorten up this chat a little bit today if I can. So today's video is going to be kind of dedicated to Kenny at Firewood Adventure, right there. And I'll show you why in a few minutes here. But anyway, Kenny's got a great channel, and all firewood related, chainsaws, tractors, and things like that. And he's got his buddy there, Winston, that the two of them go out into the woods and get wood. So that's a good thing. He's just been allowed back in the woods. They had a fire or a stay out of the woods ban in his area, and that's just been lifted within the last couple of weeks. So he's allowed back in the woods again. So then we have, I want to do this one before I forget. We got Artie, the Gravely's Man small engine repair. I'm hoping I remember this week's Artie. I'm always forgetting videos. I can't remember what they were. Anyway, he was working on his 1965 Model L Gravely walk-behind tractor with a cast iron carburetor. That's not too often you hear that. And he was adjusting the float level on it. So, and he got her working good, which Artie always does get things working good. So if you have any questions, if you have a Gravely walk-behind tractor and you have questions, just look Artie up. What else did we have here? We had Dell in the backyard. Dell had his stand-on loader machine out doing some gravel work there this week. So that looked good. Did a nice job. And Murphy Mowers had a couple of, or one, maybe two videos. Now, what was one of them? Oh boy, look at that. I forgot already, and I knew it. Anyway, a video that's coming up is putting power steering on the tractor. So I kind of got my eye open for that one. Rick's Outdoors, busy people there, always doing something. Ross on the Land got a new back blade for his tractor. Jeremiah Outdoors in the 608, using his splitter to resplit wood. That's what the splitter was intended for, so that's what he was doing. But it works great for everything else too. Allen Family Firewood. Well, they sell bundles at different stands that they have around their area, and they're having a lot of trouble with people stealing the wood and taking the money box and pounding the bejesus out of that and taking the money out of it. So that's the last time they're going to put a stand there, I guess, at that location. Log Fathers, busy. Having trouble getting good wood. Getting wood, but it's not necessarily that great for the processor. A few things like that. And John on the Bradleys and Catberg Hill just jumped over the 2,000 subscriber mark there this week. Yeah. And Gator's World. I kind of mentioned this at times as I listen to the CFCY Hoedown on Saturday nights. So it's on 95.1 FM. And Gator listened to it there last night, I guess. So Gator liked that. So all old country music. It's a little bit too many commercials, but that's the way it is nowadays. And once the Hoedown is over, then they move on to Country Classics, which goes from 9 o'clock until midnight. So the Hoedown goes from 6 o'clock Saturday evening till 9 o'clock, and then the other one takes over. Great music for about a half an hour. Oh, half an hour. 6 hours, yeah. Anyway, and that's about the only time I listen to that country channel, because all the other country that they play is that modern stuff, and that's not country. So anyway, yeah, so that's going to be about it for the. Oh, we have Tractor Talk with Gary. Great channel there. And then we have Steve, Rusty Wrench Restorations. Steve will probably unveil the Kubota Cadet probably this coming week, I think. Well, I think that's what's going to happen. All right, so there you can kind of see all the rest of them here. I don't want to really go through them all today, I guess. So they're all busy. And Dave, of course, busy. He was getting wood down a hill there today, so he had the little tractor up on top of the hill, and he'd go down, hook a chain to the wood, and then drag it up with the tractor. So that was good video. All right, so that's what we're going to stop at for now. So that's that. So we'll move along here, and I'll show you why I'm kind of showcasing Kenny there at the Firewood Adventure. I got a package in the mail the other day. Look what I got. Look at that. Nice Firewood Adventure hat. And a very nice Firewood Adventure coffee mug. Or tea. Yeah, well, nice hat. Thanks very much, Kenny. That's great. I quite enjoy that. Yes, sirree. All right, well, we're going to move along here. What else am I thinking of? Well, I still got to get working on that soon. Holy cats, the things I got to get done. This has got to go to my son's place, and then the snow thrower that's at my son's place got to come here, and the tractor's got to come here, and oh boy, it's just busy month coming up. Hibernation is starting in 5 weeks' time, and we'll be hibernating for 6 months, and then we'll come back outside in around the 1st of May, give or take a few days here and there. All right, so I want to show you this tree here. Look at this way this tree is going here. I have no idea what kind of tree that is. And there's 2 or 3 of them in the woods here that I've noticed. And when it grows in the summer, it comes out with berries on it, clumps of berries. And the stalks that hold the berries are kind of like red color, just like the ones that are holding the leaves. So I don't know what kind of tree that is. Anybody knows, let me know. And I really can't say that I've noticed it until about 3 or 4 years ago. So it must have been there longer than that, but anyway. It's got different colors, that's for sure. And as you can see, the leaves are falling. The mountain ash, some of them are going pretty quick. And a lot of them have dropped their berries by now too. You can see that tree in here. You can tell them by the colors. Another one of those trees. It looks like an umbrella. It just goes up so far and then spreads out. Yeah. Anyway, I do notice some other leaves the same color in through the woods. There's some there and some over there further. and there's some right down there. So there's more of those trees around than I thought, I guess. So anyway, so yeah, leaves are coming down. Yeah. Now I'll give you a quick look at the yard here. So we're cloudy today. I'll give you a little update on the weather when I go back in there. So the yard's looking pretty ragged right at the moment, and I don't think I've cut the grass now in 2 months maybe, but still brown out here, and it's never going to come back this year now. Too late. It is greened up a wee little tiny bit, but not too much. So look at the raggedness, holy cats. I haven't done any weed whacking or nothing. All that stuff has got to get torn out of there and taken to the woods, and weeds all over here. The ditch needs a good going over. Yeah, all kinds of things to do. And some of the problem with my weed or my yard work is, as some of you remember, maybe I had that pinched nerve and shoulder problem there the 1st of August, and holy cats, I couldn't do nothing. I was probably down for the count for, probably a good 3 weeks or more, and then just only slowly able to do certain things. So it's definitely better now. I can do things, but I still have a wee little bit of pain sometimes in the morning in my shoulder and arm and hand, and my 2 fingers. These 2 fingers here have had numbness in them since the beginning of all this, and that seems to be slowly going away. There was a couple of days this week that I didn't even really think about the fingers, so it must not have been too bad. So anyway, that's part of the problem where the yard looks so ragged I couldn't do anything. So I'm just going to give this yard a real good once over here in about 2 weeks' time, and I'm going to cut the grass real short. And the reason why I do that is it kind of helps keep the mice away from the house and the garage. So that's the update on the yard situation. There were a couple of hurricanes on their move, but I think they're both going out to sea. Well, that's going to be good. There. All right. Well, we're going to have a look at the weather here, and hopefully this thing is still working. I don't trust this remote mic thing sometimes, but anyway. All right. So what we got here? We got 17 degrees. I think now. What time are we at? 17 degrees. And the thing woke up here. Come on, wake up. There we go. And that is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have a south wind at 17-mile-an-hour gusts. So we really don't feel anything. So this was looking pretty good here this coming week. 22, 20. Little cool on Tuesday, 14 on Wednesday, 14 on Thursday, 17 on Friday, 19 on Saturday. So not bad at all. A little cooler through the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but still mix of sun and cloud. A little bit of showers maybe on Wednesday, and nighttime showers. So that's not a bad week. All right, so I think we're going to close her up at that. I'm pretty sure I got something else I was going to say. Anyway, I guess we'll save it for next week. Anyway, anybody knows what kind of tree that thing is? I'm kind of curious. I guess there's some of them apps you can get that could tell you, but I don't have them. Anyhow, all right, so have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.